But one of the things I hear from especially our special operations guys is their desire to make certain that 5G technologies are available to them and that those networks are secure. And I appreciate that in your testimony you mentioned 3 of your priorities as cyber, hypersonics, and space. And we have had our COCOM hearings and have talked some about the placement of these technologies so that we're fighting 21st century warfare and that we're not just focused on today. And I'll tell you one of the things that I've heard a little bit of scuttlebutt about that causes me some concern is that maybe some of the fighter pilots from Air Force are not that excited about having a Space Force that would function there as Air Force. So I want to give you a couple of minutes to talk about Space Force, how you see it standing up, how you expect to deploy it, how you intend to protect the funding for that so that we are looking forward as well as tending to today.
Thank you, Senator. With 2 minutes, I'll go as quickly as I can.
Good.
I'll summarize it this way. Our nation, our $19 trillion economy, and our military, we're carrying too much risk given the vulnerability we have in space, now that space is a contested domain. The Space Force represents a chance to accelerate our ability to respond to that threat environment. The Space Force really gets after 3 items in order for us to reduce that risk. The first is the assets that are in space were never designed to be resilient and deal with the threats that exist today. It's a bit like you can't pick your parents. We need to design new capability and put it up on orbit as quickly as possible. Space Force recommends a space development agency which really gets at cutting the red tape to do development and tapping into commercial space technology. Save costs, save time. The second is stand up the Space Command, much like we've done Cyber Command, so that we can focus, have dedicated focus to provide the rules of engagement, authorities, and the tools to defend our assets. And the third is bring together and train, make space a dedicated profession where we can provide this cadre of professionals the right training so that they have the ability to have a career that leads to...
Well done in a summary, and now give me 15 seconds on great power competitiveness with China in this arena.
I think we've been ignoring the problem too long.
Well done. Yield back.